Some brands offer you low finance, or cashback, or servicing.
Renault don't do ors. We do ands. The Renault Kadjar with 1.91% APR and €1,000 cashback and 3 years servicing, saving you thousands. Renault, the brand with the ands. Visit your local Renault dealer. Finance is made under a hire purchase agreement. Terms and conditions apply. Deposit required subject to lending criteria. See Renault.ie.
Hello and welcome to Christmas MuVies Spotlight, Season 2, Episode 7. And I'm your host, Dawn Mack, hanging out with my wonderful friend and co-host, Pam. Hello, Pam. How are you?
Hello. I'm okay. How are you doing? Do you have 60 feet of snow yet?
No, but they claim it's coming. It's coming. It's supposed to start later tonight after midnight, and they say we are going to get snow for 2 days. Now, for the listeners out there, in case my accent has not given it away, I'm in North Carolina. Pam is in Chicago. So she and I have had this ongoing conversation for the last couple of days about our weather forecast here. They're calling for a major winter storm. And for North Carolina to get 12 inches of snow is major because we don't get it very often, and we definitely do not get a major winter storm before Christmas. We usually get this kind of weather sometimes January, February. Pam gets this all the time. This is like a foot of snow to her is an inch of snow to us, or a dusting. So we've had some great conversations, and so we are expecting a major snowstorm, and so we'll see what happens. Sometimes the weather forecasters have called for storms like this, and it's been a complete bust, and we don't get anything. So we'll just have to wait and see what we wake up to in the morning. But if they're true, we're going to get a lot of snow, and we could get some ice on top of that, which I love the snow, but I can do without the ice. So y'all just be thinking about us in these parts here because we don't drive on this stuff. We don't do well, and I think our whole state will be paralyzed if we get this much snow as they're calling for. So, and I know many of you are out there laughing right along with Pam, and I totally understand that.
Yeah. We want to see pictures if it really happens. So.
Well, I will post them if it really happens, and which if it does, I'm just going to hunker down for a few days. I'm going to watch a lot of Christmas movies, which I've been doing that anyway, but all the more excuse to do so, as if we need one. But in any event, welcome to Christmas MuVies Spotlight. Welcome to all of you out there. And if you're brand new to our program, where have you been all season? No, seriously, thank you so much. We're already into episode 7. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and giving us a try. We are so appreciative. And if you're a return listener, well, we can't thank you enough for coming back again and again to tune in to us. And because you never know what you're going to get each week. Outside of the movie premiere or reviews or whatever, but you never know what Pam and I are going to come up with. We always got something up our sleeves.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
And you know what? I want to mention one thing. Even though this is episode 7, we've done a whole lot more than 7 episodes.
Absolutely. Don't
forget to check out all of our interviews that we've done, and we have more coming up. So.
Yeah, we sure do. It's amazing to think that the season is already more than half over. I mean, there's only 2 weeks till Christmas at this point, and so which is just mind blowing because we just had Thanksgiving and here we are. But nonetheless, in tonight's episode, we're going to be reviewing 2 Hallmark Channel movies, 2 Hallmark Movies and Mysteries movies, 3 Lifetime movies, 1 Freeform movie, 2 ION movies, an UPtv movie, and we have a theater premiere that we're going to be talking about. Also, we've got trivia, we've got wacky news, we've got lots of stuff we're going to be bringing you this evening. And so I guess we should get started. So, Pam?
That would be good.
It would be good, right? Well, you know what? As I was just saying, I can't believe we are less than 3 weeks away from Christmas and just a few short days away now. And the holiday movie season, it's more than half over. I mean, it's mind-blowing almost. Although for us, we've been at this way longer than the holiday movie season. We started, back in July, working on this show for this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Long time.
A long time. We have been Christmasing it up. Now, folks, if you're new to our show, then I just have to tell you, as I so often share, is that Pam is very bah humbugish. She's not as much as she used to be when we first met all those years ago. In fact, in year one of our friendship, if I had even uttered the word, let's do a Christmas movie show, she would have thought I was out of my mind. There's no way I would have ever gotten her to agree to do anything like this. So we've come a long way in the time that we have been doing radio together, and so here we are. But nonetheless, this holiday season has been chock full of, undoubtedly, I think it's the best season on record for all the new premieres that have been out, and you and I have watched a boatload of movies. I mean, there have been so many to choose from, and we've tried to watch them all, have we not?
I still have some on my DVR that I need to get to, but I'm trying. When they're all on at the same time, it's not always possible.
Yeah, I was just looking at my Hallmark movie app the other day, and I was going through the movies. I had to play catch up. The movies that I had watched and the movies that I had, I still had to watch, and the movies I haven't watched yet. And I was just like, woo, just think if all the other networks had an app too. It's just a little bit overwhelming, especially for the two of us who are doing the show. But in lieu of the fact that, gosh, the holiday movie season is more than half over, I want to take a few moments and just talk about some of the movies that we've enjoyed so far. Are you up for that?
Bah humbug. No, I'm only kidding.
Bah humbug. That was great. That was great. Well, I tell you, there have been so many great movies this holiday season. I don't think there's been a bad movie yet. I have thoroughly enjoyed a lot of them. I do have a few personal favorites that I know from here on out there'll be movies that I'll go to and go, and say I have to watch these. As we all do. We all have our favorite holiday movies that, are going to be added to the collection that we're going to watch year after year. And so, Pam, do you have some favorites that you have enjoyed watching this year?
I do. I'm looking at my app on Hallmark right now to refresh my memory. I'd say Road to Christmas was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Mingle All the Way, Shoe Addicts Christmas.
Now, you're naming all the movies. Are these all your favorites, for real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, considering how many of them are out there, you know.
That's so true. That's true. But let's face it.
Hope at Christmas.
Yeah.
A Godwin Christmas. And then, I've had a lot of them I like on Lifetime and all the other channels. I mean, I could make a list, but those so far are the ones.
Well, it's Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. I don't think they could make a bad movie if they tried. Now, they do, oftentimes the movies tend to have the same kind of cookie-cutter format, but the storylines are all different, and they all have happy endings, which is what we all love anyway, is a good happy ending. And especially in this time that we live in, it's just good to turn on the television and see good, clean entertainment and be able to just sit and enjoy a great feel-good story for a couple of hours. Now, for me personally, I'm kind of like you. I can't pick just one or two. I mean, I've got a list myself. On Hallmark Channel, if I could only pick one or two, I would say so far my favorite Hallmark Channel has been Christmas at Graceland. What's not to love about Wes Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's not to love about Wes Brown? He was phenomenal in this movie. Kelly Pickler, she did a great job for her first acting gig, I thought. But the thing that intrigued me the most and made me love this movie was the fact of all the footage that was shot from Graceland and just all the nuances in the movie that just made it so magical. But there, I guess there's a little bit of that in every single movie on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. It's Christmas Eve. Again, what's not to love about LeAnn Rimes? She has a beautiful voice, and her soundtrack to this movie is just incredible. But there are just so many different movies, and then you have from on the Miracles of Christmas Hallmark Movies and Mysteries side. Oh my gosh, I love the lighthearted rom-coms on Hallmark Channel. But I tell you, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries really knocked it out of the park this year with their storylines. All of the movies were so diverse in terms of, they had different themes and so forth. And I thoroughly enjoyed Hope at Christmas, Christmas on Honeysuckle Lane, Christmas Wonderland, which was Emily Osment's first time appearing on Hallmark Channel, and I know it won't be her last. Once Upon a Christmas Miracle, which premiered last weekend. Oh, my gosh, was that a tearjerker. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But just have your Kleenexes ready because that one is a beautiful story and with so many twists and turns. And then the surprise movie that when I saw previews, I wasn't sure how it was going to be. I mean, I knew it was going to be good, but it was not one of those that probably if you just said pick one that you want to watch, it probably wouldn't have been my first go-to. I don't know if it was just the way Hallmark marketed that movie versus some of the others that they really hyped. But I watched that, and I was just blown away. It was such a great movie. And so needless to say, those are my few. And then on Lifetime, Poinsettias at Christmas, hands down, is probably my favorite because Marcus Reisner, oh my gosh, he killed it in that lead role.
I agree with you there, but Every Day is Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal too. I absolutely love that movie.
Yeah, I did. I was going to say that as well. Toni Braxton I don't think they could have cast anybody better to play that role. And the fact that it was written in the theme of, it's escaping me. Help me out, Pam.
I know what, Charles Dickens.
Yes. What is it? Oh my gosh, this is such a tragic fail right here on the Christmas show. A Christmas Carol.
There you go.
And let me just put a disclaimer, folks, that Pam and I have gone through so many movies this holiday season, which is no excuse because Christmas Carol is a classic. But we have had so many conversations about movies, movie titles. I'm still amazed that we've been able to keep them as straight. And then the actors who are appearing in which movies, and it has been a true trivia fest for she and I week to week. So please forgive us for forgetting that for just a moment. Sorry, Charles Dickens, we didn't, but nonetheless, Toni did a great job in that movie. And the screenplay for that was written by Karen Shaler, and we had an interview with her recently. And it was absolutely phenomenal. If you have not had a chance to catch any of our interviews, or if you missed that one in particular, you can go over to Blog Talk Radio and search Take Two Radio Network, and all of our interviews that we've done with our guests for this season are listed there. And you definitely want to check that one out with Karen because she is just such a lady. I mean, in her career, she has done more than anybody else I know. She's covered so many bases. I mean, if there was ever a bucket list for a career-minded individual, she has achieved it, So she's just very fascinating, very, very interesting. So anyway, as we have, I know many of you out there have lots of favorites from this holiday season, and, there's still so many great movies left to come in the next couple of weeks. And speaking of movies, Pam, I came across something the other day that I thought might be interesting to share with our listeners, but also I didn't know if you had seen this, but, Hallmark, speaking of, they have so many great actors, but could you possibly begin to guess who the top 10 actors are who have appeared in the most Hallmark movies?
Well, I could possibly guess, but I won't. I'll just have you tell me. How's that?
Oh, that's so lazy. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I think it would be, I think a lot of people automatically would just go to Candace, Lacey, and Danica because, you know that you're going to see them, Brennan, you're going to see those people in just, all kinds of Hallmark movies throughout the holiday season. But, I mean, not only holiday season, but throughout the year as well. But now, Hallmark they've started getting very creative in how they're building their cast of people, actors rather, that are going to be appearing in all of these movies. And so it's really spread out. And so when you think about all of their legions of actors, it's like, where do you even begin? So whoever took the time to compile this list, thank you very much. So coming in at number 10 is Jessica Lowndes, and she has been in 5 Hallmark movies, which was a little surprising because I was thinking she had been in a few more than that, but 5 it is. At number 9 is Luke McFarlane, and he is starring opposite Candace Cameron Bure this year in A Shoe Addict's Christmas, and he has been in 5 movies also. Then number 8 was a bit of a surprise for me because, now granted, Pam and I haven't discussed this list, but I was surprised because I could have sworn that this person was in way more Hallmark movies than just 6. But Alicia Witt has only starred in 6 Hallmark movies. Can you believe that, Pam?
No, that can't be right. That just can't be right.
Well, I actually checked her IMDb to see because I was like, there's no way. She has been, and I think, nonetheless, if she's only been in 6, she's made such a great impression. She's just obviously made us think that she's been in more because she's just that great of an actress. But coming in at number 7 is Autumn Reeser, who has been in 7 movies, which I was a little surprised by that as well. I knew she had been in quite a few Hallmark movies, but I would have never thought that she would have been in more than Alicia. And then, now, and mind you, I don't know, like how far back, whoever compiled the list, how far back they went to look at, or if they pulled up their IMDb's or what they did to look at all the different actors. They took some doing, though, to come up with this top 10. Number 6 is Taylor Cole. She's been in 7 movies as well. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Danica McKellar comes in at number 5. She's had 8 movies to her credit with Hallmark. Now, that is a little bit interesting to me because I would have thought she'd have at least been in the top 3 for sure. Yeah, I'm with you there. All right, so number 4, coming in number 4, we have Brennan Elliott, who has been in 10 Hallmark movies. Number 3 is Andrew Walker. He has been in 12 Hallmark movies. So now there's your 2 leading men of Hallmark Channel, Brennan and Andrew, which we both love tremendously. Number 2 is Lacey Chabert with 13 movies. And number 1 is no surprise, Candace Cameron Bure. What may surprise you, though, is she has been in 18 Hallmark Channel movies. Wow. Now, if you feel like every time you turn on the Hallmark Channel, Bure is on, there's a good reason for that. The Full House star has been in a whopping 9 standalone Hallmark films, as well as the Aurora Tea Garden series of mystery movies. She's made at least 1 per year since 2011 and has been especially prolific in the past few years. Bure's contributions to the channel haven't just been limited to programming. She's also been credited as executive producer on over a dozen of her movies. Imagine that. Over a dozen.
I didn't realize. I think it surprises me more that she's executive producer on over a dozen movies. I know that she had done some of them, but not that many.
I was not aware it was that many either. And the other thing is, if you've noticed, some of the Hallmark actors have done some executive producing for the movies they're in, or other movies, which I think is really cool. I think Lacey's done some executive producing. Danica. In fact, I remember reading something or hearing something that Danica is executive producer on the movie that she's going to be in and coming up in a couple of weeks with Brendan Elliott over on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. So, you just never know who's going to be executive producing, but you don't be surprised if it may be some of your favorite Hallmark Channel stars. So there you have it. There's the top 10 list of the top 10 actors on Hallmark in terms of how many movies they've starred in. And so that was pretty interesting, I would definitely say.
Yeah, like some of them were really a big surprise. But, hey, what are you going to do? Like you said, they made such an impact, you thought that they did more. That's
exactly.
a good thing.
That's right. And just think, as time goes on, especially, with the holiday season in particular, we're going to keep seeing these folks more and more on screen. So just hang on to your hat, folks. 2019's coming, and there's going to be lots of great movies coming as well.
Yes, sirree, and I cannot wait. But we'll be right back. We're going to take a short break.
Hey, it's Lisa Drew, and you're listening to the amazing Pam and Dawn.
Well, Pam, it's Christmas music trivia time. And what would this show be if I didn't spring a Christmas music trivia question on you each and every week, your favorite time of our show?
Oh, boy, here we go.
I was waiting for you to say bah humbug again. I was just bracing for it. I could feel it working up within you, just ready to spew forth, But, hey, all right, well, here we go. Do you know what year the song All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth was written?
No, but I've been waiting for those two front teeth forever, so.
Well, if you don't have them by now, you might as well just give up hope. I mean, I just want to tell you. Well, as I was researching this, I was a little bit surprised because, before I ever look at the answers for these things, I always try to just play a little game with myself and try to guess. And I think I guessed maybe 1950 or something like that. I knew it had been around a good while, but not quite this long. But the saccharine song is sung from the perspective of a child with a simple wish, and a fleet of such children was in fact its inspiration. In 1944, a grade school teacher, Donald Yetter Gardner, and his wife Doris sat down with a group of second graders in Smithtown, New York, to help them compose a song for Christmas. While there are different versions of the origin, they all involve a bunch of children saying, "All I want for Christmas is." It's not so much that any students wish for those absent front teeth, but more that Gardner was charmed by their request hindered by toothless lisping. Say that 10 times fast. As Gardner he went home that night and in just 30 minutes penned the Christmas tune that would earn him royalties until his death in the fall of 2004. Now think about that, from 1944 to 2004. He earned some money on that. A performance at his school of the song led to a meeting with Whitmark Music Company and ultimately to Spike Jones and his City Slickers recording the ditty in 1948. So 4 years after he wrote the song, it was picked up by an artist and released for the first time. Gardner gave up his teaching job to become a music consultant and editor, and later remarked in awe of his own success, "I was amazed at the way that silly little song was picked up by the whole country." And that's pretty cool.
That is, and I don't know any child that hasn't sung that song.
Absolutely. I still sing it, and I'm not a kid. Well, maybe I'm a kid. Who knows? Wait, and I'm singing it still. So, hey. But, I love because there's always something you learn about a song and the background of how it came to be, and I found that very interesting this week. So yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, that was cute because I can just picture a bunch of second graders with half their teeth missing singing those songs and how it inspired him to come up with it. So
That's cool.
that was really cute. Well, I have something for you.
Oh boy, folks! If you've listened the last couple of weeks, she sprung stuff on me, totally unscripted. Have no idea what she's going to pull out of her hat. So let's have it. What have you got in store for me this week?
Well, it's not trivia, so you're safe that way.
Not trivia.
Nope.
See what I mean? She changed it up on me. She literally changed the script. So
that's right.
Okay. I'm bracing all the board. See, I was ready to for you to say what year did so and so. And I was already working up a year in my mind, but that's out the window now. So go ahead.
Yeah. Well, see, I have to keep you on your toes. So it's wacky Christmas news. Are you ready?
My God. I am.
Okay, well, let's start out with, what do you think of when you think of candy canes?
Well, I think they're delicious, and I love them if you just eat the original peppermint candy canes, not all these exotic ones they have now. I love that you can hang them on your Christmas tree, as part of decorations, and leave them out for Santa, and, and all the kinds of creative things. So that's what I think of. What do you think of?
Well, pretty much, but there's this trend.
There's a but.
You can't exactly eat a trend.
Mm-hmm.
You can't exactly eat, but you'll smell like food.
Oh,
what do you think about rubbing some candy canes on your body?
Okay, so wait a minute. So is this something like, Bath and Body Works? Because, this time of year they have all these seasonal scents, and some of them, it might be sugar cookie lotion, or I'm just throwing out names off the top of my head. But, they'll have flavored scented things that, are edible, not literally, but, and they put it in lotions and stuff like that. So is it something along those lines?
Nope. Well, kind of, but nope.
Okay.
There are innumerable ways to get festive this holiday season, which is about 6 weeks in length, from ugly but cozy sweaters to home decor to what's inside your Starbucks cup. You can get your holiday on in a myriad of ways. Candy cane scented deodorant actually exists.
Okay, well, I want to hear the story on this.
Yes, it's deodorant. Candy cane scented deodorant actually exists, and it's an absolutely extra way to flash your festive side. The product will certainly up the holiday cheer and seasonal merriment quotient during the most wonderful time of the year. Native Natural Deodorant will debut this limited edition scent on its website on November 30th, which it's already passed, so it's already done. It's $12, which might seem steep since most drugstore versions hover at around $7 and under, but those deodorants don't smell like one of your favorite holiday sweet treats. It's essentially Christmas in deodorant form. The brand notes that the crisp and refreshing deodorant is swirled with a dollop of sweet vanilla. Body lotions, washes, shampoos, antibacterial hand sanitizers, and pretty much most of the items lining the shelves at your local Bath and Body Works during the holidays often have a gourmand or bakery fragrance. But candy canes are not something most of us associate with deodorant. Until now. In addition to a unique and fun scent, Native Natural Deodorant hand makes its products in the U.S. The brand never uses aluminum, parabens, or sulfates in its formulas, and it does not test on animals either. So, Dawn, when the postman comes to your door, you have a case of candy cane deodorant coming to you. Are you going to use it?
Okay, so as you're kind of as you're sharing the background on this, my first thought was, okay, you're wearing candy cane deodorant. You're around your coworkers, and they keep going, did you bring candy canes today? Have you been eating candy canes? And you toy with you debate with yourself whether to divulge that it's deodorant, or you just want to freak them out and make them think that you've got candy canes, but you're not telling them where.
I know. That was funny that you say that, because I was picturing that myself. When I was reading this, I said, I can imagine putting this on, and people keep walking past me and, like, smelling and, like, what is that, And they're like, should I ask? Shouldn't I ask? Or, okay, where are you hiding those candy canes? Or give me whatever you got that smells sweet, that kind of thing.
Now, on the flip side of this, I think it would be awkward to give this as a gift, unless it was like you were going to give it as a gag gift or something. Because if you give someone deodorant, what message is that sending? Like, even though it's a novelty type deodorant, like, you think, and it may smell really good. I don't know. Now, I would imagine it would smell better than some other things that could be in deodorant form that are of novelty base. But yeah, that would be kind of like, you'd almost have to just order it for yourself. Now, I don't know about paying $12 for it though, but not when I could go down to my local drugstore.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm not sure if it would be something that I would like, but then again, it might be something I like.
Right.
I'd have to smell it, so it would be nice if they sold it in the store, so that way you could actually smell it for yourself before spending $12 plus probably, shipping and handling to get it to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, there you have it, folks. We've gone from mac and cheese candy canes to now we have candy cane deodorant. So
it's never ending. They'll come up with something next year. You watch.
And here we are. It's 2017, and some of the things that we've talked about this holiday season, food related, are like in their. I mean, they've made a comeback for this year. Like they've already been initially introduced and were all the rage. So it just makes me wonder what's in store for next year. Oh my gosh, people's wheels are already turning.
For real, and I know you'll pop it on me too as soon as you find it.
For sure. Instead
of Dawn writing her naughty or nice list, I think she spends all year writing these lists.
No, it's just my Google obsession.
That's it. You're cut off.
Tune in to Channel 70 on Sirius XM for Hallmark Channel Radio this holiday season.
And yes, tune in to Hallmark Channel Radio on Sirius XM. It is awesome, folks. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. All right, we're going to kick off our movie reviews for this coming week, and there are quite a few. And the first one that I want to start with is Homegrown Christmas. It airs Saturday, December 8th on the Hallmark Channel at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. It stars Lori-Loughlin, Victor-Webster, and Kate Isaac. And the story goes, after stepping down as CEO of her dream job, Maddie, played by Loughlin, heads home for the holidays to gain perspective. She finds herself running into her old high school sweetheart, Carter, who's played by Victor Webster, and tensions arise. When forced to put together a Christmas dance for the local high school, Carter and Maddie find themselves putting their differences aside and rediscover what made them fall in love all those years ago.
First of all, Lori-Loughlin and Victor Webster. Yes. Mm-hmm. Hello. Mm-hmm. I'll take it.
This is a great pairing. This is a very good pairing. Now, when I heard what this story was going to be about, this is I will just say this is very similar to another movie on Hallmark this year, but it's not Hallmark Channel. It's Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. I'm not going to say which one. But nonetheless, I am looking forward to this because I don't think that the two of them have ever started a movie together. And just from seeing the previews, they make a great couple on screen. So this is going to be a really good movie. I always love to see Victor-Webster anyway. And Lori, she's just amazing in everything that she does. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this one entails. So we'll have to all tune in to find out.
And here's a little preview of Homegrown Christmas.
Oh, no. What are you doing hiding behind a tree? I never saw two kids more in love. Sometimes life.
Maddie can take over the dance with Carter.
I can, and the holidays can take you full circle.
The two of you were meant to be.
Lori-Loughlin and Victor-Webster star in an original Countdown to Christmas holiday movie premiere.
Well, that's the funny thing about dreams. If you believe in them, they come true.
Homegrown Christmas. Premieres Saturday, December 8th at 8 on Hallmark Channel.
There you go. Next Hallmark movie up is Welcome to Christmas, and that's on Sunday, December 9th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, starring Jennifer Finnegan and Eric Mabius. Now let's go on location.
Hey, everyone. We're behind the scenes on our new Christmas movie.
Welcome to Christmas.
Come check it out.
At our set. I'm Eric Mabius. I play a character named Gage McBride.
Morning, Sheriff.
Good morning, Chelsea. He's sort of the glue that holds the town together, a town called Christmas in the mountains of Colorado.
Remember when this used to be the place people went to for holidays?
I gotta go. I'm Jennifer Finnegan, and I play Madison Lane. She built ski resorts.
We can't wait to show you what our town has to offer.
And Madison is just not sold.
You don't think the resort belongs in Christmas?
No. So we're going to have to wow her.
How are we going to pull this off?
We need your help, Tom.
Okay. I took a look at your car, Miss Lane, and that thing ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
We really made a point of making sure that the affection that builds between Madison and Gage is earned.
You really love it here, don't you?
I do.
Madison seeing the town through Gage's eyes and vice versa.
It's going to be hard to hide the fact that you like it here in Christmas.
This town does have some things going for it.
Being executive producer has been an eye-opening experience. Sometimes I'm simultaneously acting in a scene and thinking about the next scene and are we going to have enough time and when are we losing a light. You ready for that tour of town we promised you? Shall we?
Yeah. Eric's great. It's easy chemistry, and it's nice to come to work and know you're just going to laugh most of the day. And the funniest moment would probably have been Eric in the Santa suit. That was us last night.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
I think he was wearing 2 fat suits.
You know, we wanted him to be a properly portly Santa Claus.
I can't believe I let you talk me into this.
Opportunities like this don't come along every day.
Ho, ho, ho!
Thank you for visiting the set of our Christmas movie. Watch for it this holiday season.
Welcome to Christmas. Premieres Sunday, December 9th at 8. Part of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel.
Well, let me first say, I absolutely love Eric Mabius and Jennifer Finnegan. So,
yeah, another great pairing for sure. Oh yeah, and I don't think they've ever started a movie together either. So, but I love each of them individually, like you said. Oh wow, this is going to be a great movie. I know it's. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be another great movie of watching, and I'm going to be up to the windowsills in snow if the forecasters are right. So it's a perfect weekend for catching all these great movies anyway.
Most definitely. And did you hear him say executive produced? Hello, there's another one.
There you go.
I did not know that ahead of time until I listened to that, so I learned something new right there.
Remember when this used to be the place people went to for holidays?
Sunday, December 9th at 8. Welcome to the little town of Christmas.
My company builds resorts.
Call everyone in town.
We're going to have to wow her.
Eric Mabius and Jennifer Finnegan make the season bright in an all-new original holiday movie, Welcome to Christmas. Premieres Sunday, December 9th at 8. Part of Countdown to Christmas on Hallmark Channel.
Hey guys, this is Ryan Pavey, and you're listening to Pam and Dawn.
Well, hi, Ryan Pavey. That voice. All right, well, we're just going to move right along. All right, so that concludes the 2 Hallmark Channel movies for this weekend, and now we're going to move into Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. The first movie that is going to air is called Memories of Christmas. It airs Saturday, December 8th, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central. It stars Christina Milian and Mark Taylor. And we have a behind-the-scenes on-location clip from Memories of Christmas.
Hey there, I'm Christina Milian.
And I'm Mark Taylor.
And we're here on the set of our new Hallmark Movies and Mysteries Miracles of Christmas original holiday movie.
It's called Memories of Christmas, and we want to give you a look behind the scenes.
When I read the script, I just felt like there were so many ways that I related with my character, Noelle Carson.
You are cordially invited to something called the Christmas Gala.
It's in Michigan.
Well, you should go.
The gala is just another over-the-top Christmas extravaganza my mother started. Her mom was Christmas crazy. I don't understand why you're decorating a house that's been empty for a year and a half.
So I made your mom a promise that I'd continue the tradition. I gotta say, it's pretty magical.
With the passing of her mom, I don't think she got to appreciate it the way that her mom was trying to show her, like, you know, what a great feeling Christmas could be.
As a final batch.
I forgot how much fun this is. When she goes back home, she's able to face the memories of her youth and seeing her neighbors and meeting new friends and possibly finding love.
Wait a minute. Dave Beckman is coming here? He is so cute.
My name is Mark Taylor, and I am playing Dave Beckman.
A very unexpected kind of chemistry happens between the two of them. I'm falling.
I'm just glad I was here to catch you. When I found out Christina was playing opposite me, it was good. I was happy to see. She's like so down to earth.
Mark is a sweetheart. He's a really, really nice guy. We are ready for Christmas and for the holidays. We're experiencing it right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like I walked into Christmas for real, honestly, you know.
It's real. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. All the decorations. He's done a fantastic job. I am pretty excited to join the Hallmark family. I'm excited about my mom seeing it. I'm excited about my daughter seeing this movie. You reminded me of what I'm pretty sure my mom was trying to show me all along. That Christmas all about the love we give to each other. I love you, Mom. Thank you guys for stopping by. You do not want to miss our new holiday movie,
Memories of Christmas, coming this season on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
That's right.
Now, recently, Christina Milian shared some of her favorite memories of Christmas.
Decorating the tree, twinkling lights, and leaving cookies out for Santa. There's nothing more magical than the memories you make at Christmas. I can't wait to share my all-new movie, Memories of Christmas, with all of you at home.
Did you catch in the on-location preview where Christina said she was really excited to be part of the Hallmark Channel family now?
Yeah.
I love when the actors give that away, because that tells you that they're going to be in more movies to come, which is always exciting. But did you ever see a Snow Globe Christmas with Christina?
I did. Love the movie.
That's still one of my favorites to this day. So I'm looking forward to seeing her in this movie as well. It should be a really good one.
For her, Christmas had to be bigger and better every year.
To keep her mother's legacy alive.
So I made your mom a promise that I'd continue the tradition.
She'll fall back in love.
You know he's single.
With Christmas.
I forgot how much fun this is.
Christina Milian stars.
Mom, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
In an original holiday movie premiere.
Christmas is all about the love we give to each other. I love you, Mom.
Memories of Christmas. Premieres Saturday, December 8th at 9 on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
And the next Hallmark Movies and Mysteries movie is Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas. and that's on Sunday, December 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, starring Josh Henderson and Megan Park. Executive producer, Blake Shelton. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Well, let's go behind the scenes on location of A Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas.
Go behind the scenes of the all-new Hallmark Movies and Mysteries original Christmas movie, Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas.
Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas is sort of like an updated take on like the classic situation of two people stranded, both trying to get home for Christmas, and they kind of end up on this road trip together.
He's a famous guy. Most people recognize him and freak out over him, and she doesn't.
My character, Kara, doesn't really know who he actually is and that he's a well-known musician until kind of halfway along this journey. So they have a chance to kind of get to know each other for who they really are.
You're one of those super annoying people that's just good at everything, aren't you?
Kara is like a small-town girl. She took over the family business, and she really prides herself on keeping up that tradition.
She really comes into his life at a time where he needs some friendship.
I'm sorry, Kara. This is all my fault.
We are going to make it home for Christmas.
How?
With a little bit of luck. And there's a scene that we shot the other night where we're at a restaurant and we're really getting to know each other, and then all of a sudden these girls come and ask for his autograph, and I have no idea what's going on. Can we get autographs?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I can't believe I'm getting Heath Foyer's autograph.
He's a big country star, and he is having some troubles coming up with that new hit song.
What kind of song did you write?
A Christmas song. Yeah, one that turns strangers into friends and friends into family. Doesn't get much better than that. This journey home with Kara, he gets the inspiration for a song.
Funny how coming home brings you back where you belong. I've never worked on a movie like this before that has sort of this musical through line that's really fun and just kind of adds to the Christmas spirit, I think.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what a fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Blake Shelton's mother wrote a book. I think we're telling the story of Blake kind of after he hit it big.
The whole movie is based on his song that he wrote, which is called Time for Me to Come Home. I love Blake Shelton and I love his music, so it's really exciting to be a part of something that he's a part of too.
You're unlike anybody I've ever met. You brought me home in more ways than one.
Well, I don't have to hear no jingle bells, just the ringing of the phone. Mama just called and said it's time for me to come home.
Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas premieres Sunday, December 9th at 9 on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Well, let me say two things. One, I'm a huge fan of Josh Henderson, so I am super excited to see him in this movie. And two, I'm going to love everything about this movie.
Yeah, it's on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think you've watched as many as I have on that channel, but I'm going to tell you, if this one and Miracles, Memories of Christmas that we just discussed, if either one of these are as good as the ones that I've seen, they're going to knock it out of the park again. And the thing I love about this movie is the fact that it is really kind of based on Blake Shelton's life, getting into the music business and, his journey. So it'll be a really kind of inside glimpse into that we may have never gotten any other way. So this is really cool.
Yeah, and based on a book that his mom wrote. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't either until they announced it. And to think, Blake, he executive produced this. So
Exactly. This is going to be a good one.
Sunday, December 9th.
Oh, we meet again. The flight's been canceled.
The biggest holiday movie event of the season.
This storm's getting pretty bad, Mom. I might miss Christmas.
From executive producer Blake Shelton.
My dad got sick. I never got to say goodbye.
Josh Henderson and Megan Park.
We are going to make it home for Christmas.
How?
With a little bit of luck.
Time for Me to Come Home for Christmas premieres Sunday, December 9th at 9. Part of the Miracles of Christmas on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
The brand new Hallmark Movie Checklist is available now for iOS and Android. Use it to keep track of Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, all new original holiday premieres.
Everything I want is here.
And set reminders so you don't miss a minute.
Christmas like it used to be.
Download the Hallmark Movie Checklist from the App Store to get started. Countdown to Christmas all season long on Hallmark Channel.
Hello, everyone. If I could have your attention, please.
There'll be one tree hill sightings and Christmas tree lighting. And don't forget Melissa Joan Hart.
This is magical.
All the stars here in one place. Don't put on your true say Tony Braxton will show us the world.
You look amazing.
So do you.
It's the most wonderful lifetime of the year.
The only place to watch your favorite holiday movies is Lifetime.
And you know what that means? We have now moved into the Lifetime movie segment of our show. And I want to briefly mention, if you had a chance to catch last night's premiere of Christmas Lost and Found, starring Tyra Sikar, Ed Ruddle, and Diane Ladd, it was amazing. I mean, so enjoyable. And if you haven't, they'll be re-airing it throughout the remainder of the season. But I also want to add that a guest we had on our show recently, Lisa DeRue, she is also in this movie. And if you have not had a chance to catch our interview with her as of yet, oh my gosh, you've got to do so. It was one of my favorites from this whole season. She was so funny. Pam and I think, are still in stitches at times thinking about things we talked about. It was just a fun interview. So be sure to catch it. It's anytime you have a cast like that, great storyline, everything. I'm not going to give it away in case you haven't had a chance to see it yet, but go check it out. It aired last night, so Christmas Lost and Found.
Yeah, the great thing about it is that on Lifetime, as well as pretty much any of the other networks, they do re-air it, so just check your local listings to see when it's going to play again, and definitely check that one out. So we're going to move on to our next Lifetime movie, which is called Santa's Boots, and that's on Saturday, December 8th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. And it stars Megan Hilty, Fiona Vroom, and Mark Anthony Messiah. I love saying her name, Fiona Vroom.
I know, I think of cars when I hear it.
I know. That's such a neat name to have. And here's a little sneak peek of Santa's Boots.
What is it that you do when you're not being Santa? Lumberjack?
Kind of. Yeah, how'd you know?
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, it's just that you look more like Paul Bunyan than Santa.
Don't tell the bosses that.
Your secret's safe with me.
Okay.
Santa's Boots premieres Saturday at 8, only on Lifetime.
That sounds cute.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
This holiday season, it's a wonderful Lifetime.
Your Santa's here.
This is great.
Ho, ho, ho!
A baby-faced Santa and an elf with an MBA.
Got it. There's got to be some way we can get more kids over here.
You know, you could make like a real Santa's workshop.
That would be great.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with you and that Santa, but if you figure it out, I want to bottle it and sell it.
Megan Hilty and Noah Mills. New movies all season long. Santa's Boots premieres Saturday at 8, only on Lifetime.
Well, the next movie coming up this weekend on Lifetime is Christmas in Tennessee, and I am so looking forward to seeing this one. It airs Sunday, December 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, and it stars Rachel Boston, Andrew Walker, Patricia Richardson, and Caroline Ray. And I must tell you, with a cast of characters like that, you can't go wrong. And I am amazed that Lifetime got Andrew Walker, or Rachel Boston for that matter. Because, I mean, we just were discussing a little bit earlier how many movies Andrew has been in since he's been with Hallmark. So this is going to be a great movie. And the story goes, when a developer tries to turn their town including the family-owned bakery into a ski resort, the mom-daughter baking duo set out to stop him with a little Christmas magic. Now let's take a listen to the sneak peek from Christmas in Tennessee.
Hi, Rose. I have those pinafores you wanted.
Oh, jeez.
Hi.
Hi. I'm so sorry about this. My jacket got caught on this table and I knocked over this garden gnome thingy.
Oh, I don't work here. I'm just looking for the owner, Rose. But let me help you clean it all up.
Oh, thank you.
So you're not from around here, are you?
I'm staying at the B&B next door. 1 second, I'm asking for the Wi-Fi password. The next, I'm being convinced to buy all my Christmas gifts at this antique shop.
That really doesn't surprise me.
Well,
none of them have a Tennessee accent, Dawn. So what's going on here?
That's a good question. I really can't explain. I don't know. But I know one thing. I'm looking forward. And most people know, Pam knows, that I'm a huge Andrew Walker fan. Love Rachel Boston anyway. I mean, I've loved everything she's done with Hallmark. But there's just something about Andrew that he brings to the screen. He has this charm, and, you know, there are many actors on Hallmark that have it, but Andrew just has a spark, and it doesn't matter who he is co-starring in a movie with. He brings it out of that co-star, and together the chemistry is amazing. And so I think this is going to be a great movie. I'm over the moon excited about it, in case you couldn't tell.
No, not at all. But I'm looking forward to seeing the whole cast. I mean, Patricia Richardson and Carolyn Ray. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
This Christmas, it's a wonderful lifetime.
You want to buy my bakery?
Yes.
Sunday.
I don't feel like we got off to a great start.
Oh, is that because you're trying to turn my whole town into a ski resort?
Rebecca closed the deal this morning.
What?
Love is good for business.
I couldn't remember what was really important until I met you.
Rachel Boston, Caroline Ray, Patricia Richardson. New movies all season long. A Christmas in Tennessee. Premieres Sunday at 8 on Lifetime.
Hey guys, this is Marcus Rosner, and you're listening to Pam and Dawn.
Yes. Thank you, Marcus. We appreciate that.
Shame on the little Lifetime lady for not naming Andrew Walker in the credits for who is going to star in that movie when he is one of the main stars. I don't get it, but
I know,
anyway,
right?
Don't make
that
me
had
write
to be a blooper. That had to be a blooper reel that they accidentally stuck in there. So.
Well, yeah. The little inside jokes that Pam and I have about the network sometimes is totally hilarious. But anyway, moving right along.
Yes, we are now moving on to the ION channel, and we have Rent an Elf, which debuts on December 8th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, and it stars Kim Shaw and Sean Patrick Thomas. And the story goes, Type A personality, Ava, owns Rent an Elf, a business in which she sets up memorable Christmas for busy families. This year, she's hired by the newly single Liam and falls for him and his adorable son, Nathan. But just as Ava thinks she's found her match, Liam's ex-wife returns, wanting to patch things up. Even though Ava decides to put Liam and Nathan's happiness above her own, she's still determined to give them the best Christmas ever, and maybe even hope for a Christmas miracle or two. What do you think?
This sounds like a really cute movie, as so many of them are, but this is a Rent an Elf, so I'm going to be interested to see what exactly that's going to entail. That'll be a neat part.
Yeah, I think that's going to be cute. I think that's something that maybe even the kids could watch. You know, they may not understand all of that, but they would get a kick out of seeing the elves all over the place. You know, anything to do with Christmas, the kids will like.
Right.
So
you know it.
So here's a little preview of Rent an Elf.
What is the one thing that you would like the most for Christmas?
To be a family again.
Rent an Elf. I want to throw him a great party, and I just want to know if you had time to meet with me.
You need someone new, something new.
Exactly.
Kind of nice being involved and not just be behind the scenes.
Love, it's a rare thing. And when you find it, you got to hold on with everything you've got.
Bring the holidays home with the all-new holiday movie, Rent an Elf, on ION Television. Positively entertaining.
All right. Well, the next ION movie that we're reviewing is A Snow White Christmas. And it airs Sunday, December 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central. It stars Michelle Randolph, Carolyn Hennessy, and Liam McNeil. And the story goes, when Blanca Snow is faced with spending Christmas with her dastardly stepmother, Victoria, she attempts to fulfill her late father's wishes and create new memories as a family. However, Victoria plots to edge Blanca out of her father's inheritance and keep the money and his mansion for herself. She plans to renovate the house by hiring a talented designer, Lucas Prince, but when he falls in love with Blanca, Victoria is jealous and outraged. With the help of her assistant, Zane, Victoria has Blanca hypnotized, so she will forget everyone and everything about her father's will. When Blanca wakes up in a quaint motor lodge out of town with severe amnesia, she receives the help of 7 quirky friends, the Holly Jollies, to help her figure out her life. While attempting to regain her memory, she finds herself the object of affection to both house painter Hunter and Lucas Prince. But who can she trust? And will she finally remember her past and stop Victoria from stealing everything her father built? We have an extended preview now from A Snow White Christmas.
My father always said, follow your heart's direction. It's the best driver you've got. What's going on?
Lucas Prince is what's going on. He has graciously agreed to oversee the renovation of this beast of a house.
Let's start with the tour. I can't wait to get my hands dirty, figuratively. Of course. What am I wondering? I should appear. Can I take you out tomorrow night? You are simply magic.
I hate her so much. We're going to make her forget everything and everyone, the money, the company. Gone. You will wake up in a motel. You will not remember your inheritance. You will run away and never come home again.
I'm happy.
Hi, I'm Blanca.
Let me introduce you to the group. That's Z. That's True. Natalie. Oscar. Tim. This is Doc. We need somebody to come around here and make this place feel like home. And I don't think you'll be alone too long.
I'm Hunter.
As long as true love does not cross her path, the deal is done.
You just light everything up.
You're really sweet.
Everything is falling into place.
I knew I would find you.
I have no idea who you are.
This most eligible bachelor in Architecture Digest. Ring any bells?
There's somebody here who's telling me I'm missing big chunks of my life.
It's certainly strange.
I just don't understand the appeal of this, of the Jolly Hollies.
Holly Jollies.
Whatever.
Victoria's going to steal all of my dad's money and my company.
Well, we have to stop her.
Only one thing could make me remember all of this. The kiss of true love. You make me feel like I can do anything.
I am so excited to see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge fan of Carolyn Hennessy, and she is perfect for this role.
Yes, she is.
I cannot wait.
Well, and Snow White was my favorite fairy tale when I was growing up. It's still, to this day, my favorite of them all. And so it's going to be interesting to see this modern-day adaptation, however you say that, adaptation. Well, skip it.
You got it.
Okay. For one reason, my brain was just like, is it right or is it not? But nonetheless, it's going to be neat to see this modern-day version of the movie on screen and with a little bit of a twist to it. So I'm looking forward to it as well.
Yeah, and before I move on to our next movie, I just have to put a reminder out there. We've been saying December 9th, and it just dawned on me, pun intended. December 9th is Donny Osmond's birthday. So there you go. There's your little bit of trivia.
Oh, my gosh. She just pulled that right out of the hat, folks. And it most certainly is. And we could do a whole show on Donny Osmond and Marie and the whole Osmond clan. And maybe we'll do that at some point, but not in this show, but in the essence of time. Well, happy birthday, Donny Osmond, December 9th. So,
that's right. Yeah.
That's true.
So moving on, we have a movie from UPtv. Aren't you proud of me? I said it the right way.
I am. It took you all season, but you're getting there.
I have your voice in my head every time I see that, and so I can't help it.
UPtv.
Now I have to say it that way.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. And it's called Christmas with a Prince. And it's on Sunday, December 9th at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, starring Caitlin Lieb, Nick Hanslow, and Charles Shaughnessy. Ooh, another guy I love. And the story goes, pediatric specialist Tasha Miller is focused on one thing, keeping the kids in her ward as healthy and happy as possible. So when her high school crush, who just happens to be the handsome Prince Alexander Cavalieri, breaks his leg on a nearby ski slope. Did you hear that?
We can't talk.
Slope. Oh, my gosh. That's another one, say fast 5 times, you know. Okay. So, there we go. On a nearby ski slope, Tasha is forced to allow him to secretly get well on her floor, and she's furious that a spoiled royal is interrupting the precious healing time her kids so badly need. Soon, however, Tasha learns that some tough love and a lot of Christmas spirit could turn this royal pain into a knight in shining armor. And here's an extended preview from Christmas with a Prince.
UPtv is uplifting you all season long.
He was here skiing and he had an accident.
Who are you talking about?
Hey guys, Prince Alexander here. I was on the mountain today and I ran into a spot of trouble. I guess that unmarked trail was roped off for a reason.
You've got to be kidding. The prince was a spoiled, overindulged brat.
I'm worried you might harbor a teenage girl crush on him.
Wow, and here I was thinking you'd actually matured. Ever since you got here, I've had a chip on my shoulder, wanting to tell that jerk what I thought of him. The man that showed up has been nothing but pleasant.
I would be honored if you would accompany me to my family's annual Christmas charity dinner.
I heard she's a duster. She may as well be a janitor. You don't belong here.
I'm not like those people in there.
No one talks about those born into my world. They only talk about those exceptional enough to break in.
Christmas with a Prince premieres Sunday, December 9th at 7. Watch together for the most uplifting Christmas ever. At UPtv, nobody celebrates Christmas like we do. Our holiday movie premiere and your favorite show uplift you all season long.
Try our peppermint cornbread. Sounds gross, but freshens your breath.
Watch together on UPtv for the most uplifting Christmas ever.
And we have another little sneak peek of Christmas with a Prince.
If I'm being honest with myself, I have nothing to be worried about, right? I mean, sure, I was at most of the nights. That was unrelated. I have a lot going on. You know, Christmas, the kids, taxes are right around the corner. And I'm not sure what my brother told you, but yes, at boarding school, there was a moment, a very, very brief one, where I had a teensy crush on someone who wouldn't get off his royal high horse. So, if that's what he told you, it's true. Did he tell you that? That was so long ago. I mean, look at me now. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not interested in that jerk anymore. I mean, I'm sorry. What did you ask me?
What floor do you need?
Right. 6, please. Thank you.
Do you think Dr. Miller has a crush on the prince?
Big time.
Well, this is it's going to be a good movie, a very cute movie. And anytime you have a movie with a Prince theme, you know, if that is the kind of movie that you like, it's going to be a good one. So anyway, we're going to move right along.
Well,
and what?
Before you do that,
Uh-huh.
Before you do that, accents. Don't forget the accents, okay? There you go. All right, now we're back.
Very good point indeed. Very good point indeed. Cannot forget the accents. Well, we have one more movie we're going to review this week, and this one is to say we saved this one for the best one for last, if you can compare them. It wasn't intentional, but this is our only theater premiere movie that we'll be discussing this week, and this one we have been anxiously awaiting for quite some time to share with you about, and it's called Buttons. This movie, if you got a chance to see it, then you really got to see one of the best movies of the holiday season, and there have been quite a few in the box office already this year on Netflix and so forth, but this one stars a whole host of characters. I mean, like acting royalty: Dick Van Dyke, Angela Lansbury, Abigail Spencer, Jane Seymour, Roma Downey, Charles Shaughnessy, Paul Green, and more. It's also narrated by Robert Redford and Kate Winslet. And one of the reasons why Pam and I are so excited about this movie is because we recently had a chat with Paul Green, who stars in the movie. And as many of you know, Paul has starred in numerous movies on Hallmark Channel. He's also part of the When Calls the Heart movie series now, television series. So it was just a fun interview, and it just recently aired. So if you get a chance, go over to Blog Talk Radio, Take Two Radio Network, and check out our interview with Paul. He talks about Buttons. He talks about When Calls the Heart Christmas that's coming up on December 25th, and much more. So definitely one that this is a movie, if you got a chance to see it, hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we did. So there you have it, folks. And hopefully it did so well today that they're going to air it in other, they're going to expand the showings and there'll be more showings of it over the holiday season. So if we find out that there will be, we will definitely let you know and keep you posted on that as well.
Yeah, if every ticket did not sell out today, I'd be surprised.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, and
because there was a lot of people on social media saying that they bought a ticket, so there you go. And I'm sure they didn't go alone.
No. And, and Paul had mentioned in our interview that, and this isn't really giving anything away, but he did mention that they were doing this kind of as a test, the one showing as a test to see how well it would do, and then they would determine. I think it was going to open in like 600 theaters across the country. So from there, it would determine like if there were going to be other theaters added and if it would continue to show. So again, as we get that information, we will be sure to pass that on to you. So be on the lookout on our social, and we'll keep you up to date.
Hey, everybody, it's Paul Green, and you're listening to Pam and Dawn on the Christmas Movie Spotlight.
Again, if you have not had a chance to hear an interview with Paul, please go check it out. And don't just listen for us. I mean, really, these interviews that we do, these actors are so interesting, and we cover a lot of ground in the short amount of time. And the amazing thing about our interview with Paul was he was on the set, the When Calls the Heart Christmas set, and he had a break in filming. And so although we covered a lot of stuff, he was waiting to get called to set at any moment during our interview. So it just panned out that he didn't, and we were able to complete the interview in full, which was a great fun time with Paul. And he's just a phenomenal guy. So highly complimentary of Pam and I, and we're still kind of blown away by that. So nonetheless, thank you again, Paul, if you're listening, for being a special guest on our show. We certainly appreciate that. And folks, you know what they say, all good things must come to an end, because now we are at the end of this week's show. And I must tell you, time flies when you're having fun.
And we always have fun together. You know, whether people get our sense of humor or not, we have fun, and we just enjoy bringing this to you.
We sure do. And, you know, and we don't do it for the money because we make none. and we do it because we have a passion for, we love Christmas. I mean, Pam, she really, I think, loves Christmas. She just pretends to be a bah humbugger, only because she tells me I'm Christmas crazy. But we're kind of yin and yang, and we love doing this show. We love bringing it to you each and every week. And if you get a chance, in just a moment, you're going to hear where you can find us on social media or Facebook or Twitter. Go and visit our website, ChristmasMuviesSpotlight.com. And movies is spelled MUVIES. It's a combination of music and movies put together to spell movies in a new and creative way. And but anyway, ChristmasMuviesSpotlight.com. Go over there and check out our website. We're always updating it, have lots of great content, lots of interesting stuff, and we have links to all of our interviews as well. So you definitely want to catch that. And, you know, we have another show coming soon. We'll be covering all of the movies that are coming up for the rest of the holiday season. So we got a few more shows left. And a lot of great interviews coming, too. I mean, we've got more interviews than we have shows planned. So you want to be sure to follow us on our social so that you can keep up when we're going to be announced and when our next guests are going to be on the show. You don't want to miss that. We've got some great ones left to come, folks. Let me tell you. So, anyway, well, we want to thank everyone for joining us this evening and for always being here and all of your support. We greatly appreciate it more than you know.
So true. Thank you very much from me as well. And, Dawn, it's always a pleasure.
It's an honor, Pam. It's an honor.
Yeah.
Inside joke, folks. Go back to about episode 2. You'll figure it out. No, seriously, thank you so much for being here. I thoroughly enjoyed doing the show with you, and another great week. So look forward to more to come.
Definitely. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful weekend. Hey, guys, don't leave us yet. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Christmas Movies. That's XMASMUVIES. And also like our Facebook page at Christmas Movies Spotlight. Don't forget, that's spelled MUVIES. And follow us on Instagram at Christmas Movies Spotlight.
And don't forget to check out our website, ChristmasMuviesSpotlight.com. That's movies with MUVIES. ChristmasMuviesSpotlight.com.
Thanks for listening. See you next week.